Today I'm here with Brody and Swoosh.
Turn that camera off!
Where Brody and I are going to be telling our dumbest stories when we were kids, and we have Swoosh in the back.
Hi everybody. Hi. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Why?
This guy out. All right, Brody, how do we want to start this off? A flip of a coin?
Yeah, flip of a coin. Let's see.
All right, you want heads or tails?
Heads. I know how to decide who says the first story. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
It's tails.
Oh, I'm first.
Well, I guess we're starting this video off on a loan out.
Mine is a very classic dumb childhood activity where, you know, when you're a kid and you want to hop in a plastic crate of your parents and then, you know, go down the stairs. So, dude, I had a sleepover with a friend and we had sleeping bags and
So did you just not have access to like a laundry hamper or something?
No,
Or you were like the best tool
dude,
for this job.
we
is
thought
sleeping
we
bag.
thought it would be genius, like because they're so silky. Like a like a sleeping bag is super silky, so you can like fly down the stairs. And we're like, oh my gosh, this is
Were they
awesome.
carpet or hardwood?
It was carpeted, so you're really flying. You're really flying. But what's stupid about my downstairs is, so you go down the stairs and then it abruptly there's a wall at the end of it.
There's like a corner.
Yeah, there's a corner.
Bro, why would you?
And it's a hard corner. Like you can't. You're not
90 degrees.
Yeah, you're not gliding around the edges. You're going.
It's just a cute angle right there.
Yeah, like down right.
No red flag about this.
Yeah, not at all. And my parents are asleep at the time, so we're up to no good. And actually, the first two when we first go was actually like a blast. You know, boom, and you kind of use your feet to stop at the wall.
Wow.
But
Parents not hear you.
dude, oh, well, just wait.
You're like dun 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 dun. Wee! Dun 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 dun.
Oh, dude, but we wanted to up the stakes a little bit, and you know, sleeping bags can zip all the way up.
You are an idiot. You are an idiot. You are so stupid for what you're about to do. Oh my god.
So I'm the first the test to this idea. So I hop in the sleeping bag at the top of the stairs and my friend zips me up. Literally no idea what I'm thinking. Like I look back and this is so stupid.
Like a pizza pocket.
And initially, yeah, so I'm honestly feeling pretty confident in there.
Why?
And I don't know. So I get in.
We think you're full body.
I'm full body in the sleeping bag, zipped up. I can't see anything.
Modern day torture, bro.
And dude, as I start to go, I can feel my body start to go sideways. And usually, you know, you have your hands out, to like, you know, like stop yourself on the wall. You know, you can like shift around as you're going down. And my hands are tucked in by my side, stuck in the sleeping bag.
You're restrained completely. You can't even see.
I can't even see. So I start going down and all of a sudden I'm sideways going down the stairs. And then dude, by the time I get to the bottom, I'm all the way upside down. So I'm head first toward the wall. I hit the wall super hard and my legs go over my head.
Oh my god.
So now I'm in complete darkness with an injury. And then all of a sudden I'm like in dire pain.
Get out.
And then I start how do I get out? I'm zipped up from the outside. And I'm at the bottom of the stairs in like complete pain. So then like all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I'm trying to get out. And then I'm like, I start freaking out. Like, get me out of here. I was like freaking out. And dude, I think that was also the first time I realized I was like super claustrophobic, dude. Like,
That's where it's
that's where it all started. Like now, like whenever I'm under a blanket
when
and
you get a concussion and you can't leave.
Yeah, literally.
Do it, man.
And dude, because of that huge smack to the basement floor and me freaking out, my parents woke up. So they had to come down and like unzip me from the freaking from the bag and get me out of there. And I'm like drenched in sweat from being in there and stuff. But yeah, that was
Looney Tunes lump on
that
your
was
forehead.
the stupidest, one of the stupidest ideas ever.
So when I was a kid, we had a peach tree. It was just like in the backyard. It's just like, you know, not a peach tree, a pea tree. So like me and my brother, it's just like the tree that we peed on. It was just like this birch tree where it's like when you're playing and you're jumping on a trampoline, you don't want to go inside and take a leak, so you just go pee on the pea tree. Like it was just like the most like suburban stupid thing ever. And like my dad, he was like, yeah, no, it's the pea tree. You gotta have a pea tree. And I
Oh wait, it's not a actual tree that grows peas. Wait, it's literally like a tree that you pee on.
Let me clarify. Nothing grew on this tree because we were peeing on it.
Dude, that thing probably smelled.
But for some reason, we had a family like friend come over. My family was like super close with the neighbor beside us because we had like this elderly neighbor and he loved our dogs. We had a doggy door between fences where like our dog Triton would just like go through and like she could get like pets and love and everything, and then we'd do that. And we're like, guys, we can definitely fit through that doggy door, bro.
No.
We can definitely fit through there because we're like we're like 7 years old.
No.
We get
Dude,
through,
the
and Brock's like, I got an idea. We should pee on his tree. Like, so we just crawled into our neighbor's yard, and all three of us just peed on his freaking tree, dude. And it was just because like we all just had to pee, and we were like, well, no, that's a normal thing to do.
Oh.
It was like you know, the tree in your backyard, that's for peeing on. So stupid. And then like my neighbor obviously sees us, calls my mom, and is like, are you aware that your kids and their friend are peeing on my tree in my backyard?
Oh.
And like my mom was livid. I don't know why. All we
peeing on your neighbor's tree.
you know, it's not a big deal. Like, all we did was break into his backyard and pee on his tree. Dude, it was so stupid. And my mom, like, I distinctly remember we were sitting at the table, and my mom was like, just why? Can you just tell me why you did that? And me and Brock just like look at each other and we're like, no. No clue why we did that. It was just calling to us.
Dude, you just reminded me of such a stupid story when I was a kid. I was probably like 14. I went to a small private school, so we only had like 7 boys in our class, and we decided like we're gonna have a sleepover at our buddy Nolan's house. So we're all in the basement, and I'm the first one to fall asleep. Like infamously, no pun intended, infamously like the worst position to be in at a guy's sleepover when you're in middle school. Like you fall asleep first. So like these geniuses decide, okay, I know how we're gonna wake them up. They got whipped cream, air horns, and pillows. They all come around me. They smack me with the whipped cream plate. They air horn and they toss pillows on me. Oh my God. And I'm like livid. And I'm like a little kid. I'm like,
Ready to fight.
That's a full-on assault.
dude, I was like, you guys are jerks. I go upstairs. I'm like, I'm sleeping upstairs. I sleep on the couch. And then Nolan's dad in the morning is like, hey, bud, like, what are you doing? I was like, they did this, they did that. He's holding back laughter, this guy. I'm like, it's not funny. He's like, no, man, no, it's not funny at all. They all come upstairs because they're like, sorry, Nathan. Some of them are holding back laughter. I'm like, frick.
It really is funny.
I was like, frick you guys. And I was like, I guess I'll forgive you guys, but never do that again.
You guys have siblings. Like, you're mean to your sibling when you're a kid. And like, sometimes you do stuff, you never think it out. You're just like, this'll with them. like, so dude, like my aunt is babysitting us. She's serving me and Brock lunch, and she just microwaves some soup and puts it in a bowl. I was like, well, me and Brock, we hate soup. Who the likes soup?
You don't like soup?
I don't with soup at all.
Canadians, bro.
Okay. Okay. God forbid. Yeah. Let me drink my food like I'm a baby. Okay, yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, I love my paste. So my aunt puts these in front of us at the table, and me and Brock look at each other like, we're not eating this shit. So like, you know, we're like slowly picking away at my aunt's like, come on, you gotta eat, you know? And I was like, we're drinking milk because we're milk boys. And like, I just grab my glass of milk and I just pour the whole thing in Brock's bowl of soup. Like, inedible. And like, obviously, Brock wasn't gonna eat the soup, but he didn't want to tell my aunt that. He was like, you ruined my meal. I can't eat this. And my aunt's like, you don't have to eat that. You can go outside and play on the trampoline. But then I was like, dude, I don't want to eat this soup either. So I was like, well, I poured milk in his soup, and then he didn't have to eat it. So I was like, I just grabbed his glass of milk, I poured in my soup, and I'm like, cool, I'm gonna go out to play. And my aunt's like, no, you're eating the soup. No. You're eating the soup. And I was like, oh my God, dude. So I just like, I ate like half, yeah.
With the milk?
Yeah.
Wait,
What else is I gonna do, man? You can't say no to adults until you're like at least 18.
True.
That's crazy.
What are you gonna do, man?
Well, Brody, you're not the only one with a pee story. So I was at a neighbor's house, and for some context, the neighbor actually shares a backyard with us.
Okay.
So it's like joint backyards, but we have a gate in between. And this guy was my best friend growing up.
Petrie.
Yeah, no, we did not share a Petrie.
It's just economical at that.
No, dude,
Share
just backyards, dude. Just backyards. So, yeah, this was like my best friend, neighbor growing up. And I was over there hanging out with him as a kid. And his mom was there watching us. And I was getting ready to leave. I was ready to go home. As I'm leaving, saying goodbye to the mom and my friend, I had to pee so bad. Like, so bad. And like any logical person, right, would just,
Go pee on the tree.
Go use, no, not, any logical person would just ask them to go use their bathroom, right? And I did not do that.
You were
so
ashamed?
I was like too scared to ask or something. I was so little, And then also keep in mind, my house is literally a 20-second walk over. So I get out to their backyard and I really have to pee. And that's when I land my eyes upon a turtle-shaped sandbox.
Oh, those things.
What?
Yeah, the turtle, the turtle-shaped sandboxes.
Right
Yes.
And I run over to the sandbox thinking I'm in the clear as I just start peeing in the sandbox. Like in my neighbor's sandbox.
We're giving me shit for peeing on a tree. You just use a litter box, bro. As a human being, you just use a litter box.
So I'm peeing in the sandbox and that's when I hear, Nate, what are you doing?
From their
And-
perspective,
dude,
you just ran in the backyard to pee in the sand pit.
I look behind me and it's my friend's mom who's super pissed at, no pun intended,
Why?
is super mad at what I'm doing, peeing in their sandbox, as she should be, as she should.
Valid.
She tells me to come inside and she sits me down and I get lectured, I understand what I did.
You toilets in
Yeah.
this society.
She's
We don't pee
Yeah.
in the sandbox.
Before I go, my shoe's untied, so she kneels down to help me tie my shoe. I don't know what came over me, but as she's tying my shoe, I start picking my nose, and I get this fat burger on my finger.
Such a dumbass. It's like an
I just-
NPC
I
shit.
just-
What the?
like I just peed in their sandbox, and I'm picking my nose in their house. So I had this fat burger on my finger. Burger. Booger. Bug.
said burger,
Wait,
bro.
burger? No. No.
said booger.
Booger. Booger. So this booger is on my finger, and I didn't know what to do with it, and I wipe it on her face. I
No, you did not.
wipe it.
Why? That was the worst option.
How old were you?
Dude, too young to know that I was.
14.
Yeah. And she is like sitting there like, what the hell is this kid doing?
That's the most disgusting shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
It's actually bad.
I quickly got a phone call home. My parents were not happy to see me after that.
When I was like 12 years old, I went over to my buddy Connor's house, and he was my guy. He had the GameCube, so we were always playing like Melee. He was like the guy. We were 12 years old. This dude sleeps with a freaking light on.
Oh,
Yeah, he turns on his side lamp, and I was like, I want pure black, and like it just wasn't working. I was like laying there for like 2 hours. This dude's sleeping beauty over here, and I was like, I'm done. All right. So I grab my sleeping bag and my pillow, and I just go out to the living room. And the reason I didn't want to sleep in the living room is this dude has stupid ass grandfather clock every night at midnight. Dong, dong, dong. But I was like, that's better than the neon lights in the room. And then I walk out there and I like sleep on the couch, and like I was just starting to fall asleep. My dude Connor, bless his soul, this dude walks out of his room. He's carrying his blanket, and he's carrying his lamp, and he goes, I came out here to sleep with you. And he plugs it in and turns it on. I was so tired, but I didn't want to be mad at him. I was like, okay. And then daylight in my eyes, and every hour, dong, dong, dong. It was like, dude, when I go to hell, I know exactly what to expect. It was that for 12 hours. 12 hours, man. That was horrible, bro.
Okay, this isn't a dumb thing I did as a kid, but actually something more stupid that I did recently. Yep, very recently. So I was having a great day. I was having a good day. I got myself some steak to cook, a nice dinner. I was treating myself, dude. So I'm chilling there, making my dinner, having a blast. And I was like, you know who I haven't talked to in a while? BrodyAnimates. I give Brody a little FaceTime call. I'm cooking. I'm telling Brody about this great meal I'm making, the steak I have, yada, yada,
He's
yada.
got like the perfect potatoes. He's got steak in the oven. He's got broccolis and stuff going. Dude, I looked at it and I was like, damn.
Damn, I was cooking. So about the potatoes, this is where it all goes wrong. So this was the first time I've ever made potatoes like this, where you take a pan, you put the potatoes in it, and then you put it in a 350-degree oven, and you have to let it sit there for like 40 minutes. I take them out. They're looking great. Keep in mind, this pan is still 350 degrees, and I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta start cooking my steak, so let me get this potato pan out of the way. And I didn't have the mitt on, so I grabbed the pan to move the potatoes 350 degrees and burn the shit out of my hand.
Fully grasped
Like
it.
at like a full grab, and I'm like cook like normal, like, mid conversation with Brody. I grab, like, holy shit! And I do like a whole like cartoon run across the room, like shaking my hand out because I just burned it so bad. I burned it so bad, and Brody's like, this guy. I was like, Brody, what do I do? He's like, I was scared I was gonna have tight fingers for the rest of my life after that, but it healed fine. So
guys, thanks for joining us while we discuss dumb things we did as a kid. I'm Bugs, and we're out.
oh my God.
Call it a tortilla, because that shit's a wrap.
Oh, God, that was the dumbest thing of the video. That was the dumbest thing of the video.